and we are going to see about the execution, what are all the steps involved in project execution. But before that, we are going to have a look upon the important 9 project management functions, the 9 project management functions, and then we are going to discuss about what is all about contracts in project management, and what are all the types of contracts, classification of contracts involved in PM, project management. So let's start. So let's start with a PMBOK, which is otherwise called Project Management Body of Knowledge, which is none other than the 9 management functions. So it starts with project integration, scope, time, cost, the manpower, that is the human resources, the communication, that is the collaborative part, the quality, the contract, which is the procurement of the required resources, and finally the risk management. So, what is project integration? So, integration is all about coordinating all the aspects of project and to ensure its smooth execution. So it's like managing the parts of small projects into big all one. That is small activities of a project into one whole big project. So this is somewhat it is bit tricky and little challenging because for the project manager or for the whole team, because the different functions it is assigned to each of the members or each of the departments of the project. So coordinating everyone and integrating everything and finally making it as a a bigger whole thing. So of course it's a tricky part, but the whole success of the project it depends on the integration part. So as long as the team as a whole team as long as they are very much collaborative, and as long as they are very much integrated together, so the finally the project ends successfully. The next one is scope. So the scope of the project has to be defined very clearly to all the parties in the project. So who are all the parties? The project manager, the team members, the management who are going to approve the project, the stakeholders, and sometimes no stakeholders, even few customers, a part of the customers, a segment of the customers, they can be made to involve in the project. So the scope has to be clearly defined, and it has to be communicated with all these parties, and there should be boundaries for the scope. So there should be a timeline, or there should be a boundary, so there should be a stop point for for any project, because projects usually are for short basis, and that's not for a long basis, that's not for a long time. For example, if you take what is the goal or objective of a of a project on say a marketing company, a production and a production company, for example. So their short-term project would be producing more, selling more, procuring more, and focusing on sales and marketing of the product more, and getting more profits. So this would happen no maximum within no from 2 to 6 months, because the season gets over in 6 months. So that is the the timeline of the product. So it goes off. So next season comes. So in this way it goes. So the short-term objective of no one a company's project may be for 6 months. And if you take the next level, that is the long-term their goal, the objective or long-term project would be something like very big. It may be it may extend from 2 years to 5 years. It may be setting up a research, or guys, please mute your audio. It may be setting up a research and development team, because this R&D team is it involves high cost. It's an extensive thing, and it's an expensive process as well. Okay. And if the company is like planning to start an overseas facility, or they are like planning to expand their facility, expand their business operations. No, that's a long-term project. So usually project it ends with a timeline. So that boundaries has to be clearly explained to all the parties involved. Say they must be knowing, each and every person in the project must be knowing, so where the project stops, till what time the project will go on and where it stops. And the third function is the time. So time management is like again an important factor. So there should be deadlines, and on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. Or as I said, like small projects, like it can be maximum completed within like a stipulated time frame. And then once it is reviewed and everything is okay, the team can move on to the next set of the project. That is the next phase or next level of the project. So in that way, it can keep on going. So time is a very important factor. And the fourth function is cost. So cost, no, it completely depends on the top management's decision. So first, let the management know, like make them understand and make them accept the idea of the project implementation. And not only that, no, in the phase, in the duration of the project, many things may add up, or the complete the project may have to be like revised and like revamped. In that case, more cost can be, the more cost can be incurred in the project. There would be a need for like more money to input in the project. So this has to be approved by the top management. So uh, cost, completely, there should be a control, as well as the team has to make the management understand if at all there is a need. Like the management has to support the team with more money or more investment for like completing the project in the future. And then is the human resource, it is the manpower. So always involve the team, that is always involve the project team with skilled professionals. So like selecting, the amateurs, and then then training them with the required skills, and then train, like making them work for the project that involves, that consumes a lot of time, that consumes a lot of energy. So to avoid that, so it's better, or it's always better to like start the project with like skilled professionals. So if there are no skilled professionals available on the hand, so what the team can do is, before starting the project, a group of unskilled workers or unskilled employees may be trained on the required skills. So once the training is complete, then they can start the project with these team. So that is the best way of doing the thing. And no, there should be a strong leadership for the team. It's a leader who drives everything, who drives the team till the end. So who drives the team to achieve the goal. So there should be a strong leadership, so that the leader can keep the team like collaborative and keep the team very dynamic. Like that leader can keep the team very intact, and inform everything with the team, and like make the team members communicate with each other in a very effective way. Complete information can be like passed, and a follow can be done. So these things are achievable, like only if there is a good leadership. So human resource is a very important factor and function. And then comes the communication. So timely and effective communication. That is, whatever the changes is happening, whatever, even the minute changes or minute information that has to be passed between the team members at as quick as possible, immediately, so that everyone gets the updated information right in hand, and everyone starts implementing that information, or starts implementing the updated technology in the project. and updating the management about like what the team is performing right now, whether they are going with the old way of doing things, or whether they have implemented a new way of doing things, whether they have like added something which is prevailing in the market, whatever it is. So you have to like keep updating the management about it. So communication plays a very important part, and not only that, not only with the management, even with other stakeholders, there has to be a effective communication. And then comes the quality. So when before even like starting of the project, the team has to decide what should be the quality of the product or service, which is to be given at the end of the project. So that has to be decided uh, even before the start of the project. And this is very, very important because that speaks up about the company, that speaks up about the organization to the customers. So not only that, it depends on the customer's choice, like with the like if the customers decide, or if the customers are happy about the product or service at the end, the company is providing, the organization is providing, the customers can they can turn into potential marketers for the product. So the company has no, they don't have to like engage any marketing strategy, separate marketing strategy to market their product. Their customers cannot do the marketing part completely like free of cost if they are like liking the product or service at the end. So the quality, it does matter. So quality beyond techniques and procedures. That usually for maintaining quality, there are few standards, there are few techniques, but in case if the team or the leader or whoever, like if there is something enhanced quality on the product, if it is like a little betterment than the previous one, so it's always a big hit in the market. So that becomes the business style or the organization style and attitude, or signature product, whatever it can be called. And then comes the risk. So risk, most of the time, no, we cannot assume the risk. We cannot know, like predict the risk. We don't know like what is going to happen in the future. And sometimes risk can be like known or unknown. So known risk or like market fluctuations, or competitors products being launched in the market, or inflation rate. So these are known risk. Unknown risk, like it can be anything. It can be economic disruptions, or union interference, the workers like workers strike, or due to many reasons, like some reasons, completely unknown. So the risk can come in, like in any manner or in any way. So to avoid these risks, or not to reduce the risk, it's always better to choose the best options. Like for example, taking an insurance, for the whole project, for the whole thing, or going for hedging concept. Hedging is something, like instead of investing all the money in one particular attribute, you're going to divide the money into like I'm going to invest in like more than one attribute, like more than one investment. So that's hedging. So it's always good to choose, always have a plan B or plan C right in the hand, so that like if plan A doesn't work out, so the whole team will come to know, okay, so the next step is to like go for plan B. So they, by the time, they don't have to like sit and then have a discussion on what to do next. So this situation can be completely avoided. And then finally, contract and procurement. Or contract or procurement. So contract is something, you're no procuring the goods from the suppliers. That is on a contract basis. That is, you can have a contract with one particular supplier and ask supplier to supply the goods for like particular period of time, say for 1 year or for next 2 years or for till the completion of the project. You're asking the same supplier to supply the goods. or for no like for a particular phase of the product. Maybe no for one particular the total project is no like divided into 6 or 7 phases, and for completing one phase of the project, you're asking the supplier to supply the product. So this is no like contracting. So contracting, selecting the right kind of supplier. So uh, for no like making the product or no like giving out the service. So that is also very important, because if the quality of the raw material or the quality of the resource is not good, the whole thing is going to be a failure. So selecting the right kind of resources and selecting the right kind of supplier who will know like who will know like uh, give us the right kind of resources or raw materials, that is more and more important. So before starting off any project, so this PMBOK, that is these 9 principles or no these 9 management functions, it is no like mandatory for any project team to follow. Clear? Okay, so now we are going to see what is contracting in detail. So as I said, contracting is no, it's an agreement made by a buyer and a seller or supplier. So there are no like 4 types. We have independent contractor, and that is contractor, subcontractor, SDO, otherwise called as Supplier Diversity Office, and Contract Administration. So these are the 4 things no you should know like have in mind, and these 4 parties play very important role in contracting the project. So who is independent contractor? And it's a person or company who undertakes a contract to provide materials or labor to perform a service or to do a job. So you're as a project member or as a team member or project leader, you are asking one particular supplier, and that supplier can be an individual or another client or another company or maybe a vendor. So that person or the company provides you, supplies you with the raw material. So you're dealing just with that person only, or just with that organization or the company only. So they are the independent contract. That is, you're outsourcing the job. No, from the company's point of view, you're outsourcing the job, outsourcing the procurement job. So the contractor, while no like supplying the products, that a contract agreement may be signed between the contractor and the organization. That is no like for the on behalf of the organization, as a project leader, you can now sign the agreement. So the concept is this: till the end of the project, the supplier has to supply the raw materials required for the project, and the whole responsibility lies on the suppliers hand. Because no like they are responsible for no like supplying the products, and whatever risk or whatever happens to the product no whatever they are supplying, whatever raw materials they are supplying, whatever happens to that, it's completely their responsibility. So that is the unique point of no like independent contract. When coming to subcontractor, so here no an individual or no like a business that signs a contract to perform part or all of the obligations to another contract. So it's like no like you're contacting a supplier. That supplier may not be having the required raw materials or resources. So that supplier is asking another supplier to provide the raw materials. So it goes like this. The supplier is now no outsourcing the job to another supplier. So that another supplier is the subcontractor. So the point is subcontractor is hired by general contractor or the prime contractor. So here you will not be having any direct connection with the subcontractor. So all your connections, all your communications will be only with the prime contractor. So even though the prime contractor is like getting the goods from the subcontractor, so as from the organization's point of view, the raw materials are provided by the prime contractor only. So there is no communication between the organization and the subcontractor. So here the thing is like, for example, if the quality of raw materials is not good, which is like supplied by the subcontractor to the prime contractor, and the prime contractor now supplies the goods to the organization. Say if the quality is not good, then the complete responsibility of the product, the raw materials, it completely goes to the prime contractor. So that person or that agent is completely responsible. Here the agreement is all like always between the organization and the subcontract, sorry, and the prime contractor, and not anything, like any communication is like done with the subcontractor. And then we have Supplier Diversity Office, that is SDO. So this is a kind of like an organizational body, maybe assigned by or like managed by the organization itself, or like found by the project team. So it's like operates as an individual office, office within the organization, and office within the organization. So this body, like supplies the uh, all the like all types of like active, I mean all types of resources which is available for the project team. For example, like if manpower is required every time, the team doesn't have to go to the top management asking the permission, so they can directly contact the SDO, that is the Supplier Diversity Office. And if they require like if more like money is like has to be pumped into the project, they don't have to like contact the top management, they can very well go to the contact the STO. So STO will take care of like supplying whatever that the project team needs. So whatever it is like STO will take care of. So this is their responsibility. And then the fourth one is contract administration. So this is like like uh so contract administration is like a body or like a group of persons or a group of individuals within the organization. So for like maintaining good customer management. So they will have a cross check like during the entire phase of the project completion. So they will be checking whether the project is like going in line. So even if the project team is not, no, like doesn't have any required time to check on their own process, so they are not having not enough time to check on their own process. So this custom contract administration team will always have a check, like on the project, and they will be checking with the milestones and like the time frame, and they will check with like whether all the resources are being like completely like utilized or like optimized to an extent, and everything will be like monitored by this administration like group. So these four parties like play very important role in the contracting environment of the project management. That is the contractors, so with whom the raw materials being like who supplies the raw materials directly to the project team. And we have subcontractors. So subcontractors are those people, that is those suppliers who are contacted by the prime contractors. And the third party is the SDO, that is Supplier Diversity Office, who helps the, like the project team to get all the required supplies, from the management or from the outside sources. And finally, the contract administration team, who has, like a complete cover up about the project. So who has an idea about what the project is about and where the project is going on. So like, is there any other requirement for the project, and everything is going on in line. So there are like three types of contracts: fixed price contracts, time and material contracts, then cost reimbursable contracts. So let's see one by one. So FP, fixed price contracts. So fixed price contracts are no like it's setting a fixed total price for a defined product or service. That is, when there is no like a clear outline of no like what would be the product or what would be the service and how long the project will take to know like complete and what should be the raw materials to be supplied to the project and how many team members has to be like involved in the project and what should be the phases of the like how many phases of the project like how many phases has to be like involved in the project and how many departments are required to be set up like in the duration of the project. So all these factors, if it is like clearly defined at the start of the project, so we can clearly fix the price for each and every resource which the contractor provides to the organization. That is fixed price. Here the thing is the price won't change during the in the duration of the project. Even in the market there may be price fluctuations of the raw materials. Either the prices can go up or come down. But since it is a contractual agreement where the price is already fixed, for the entire project. For example, if the supplier is supplying say cotton as a raw material, raw cotton as a raw material. So a bundle of cotton is priced at 10,000 rupees per bundle. A bundle of maybe like 1,000 kg. I'm not sure about what is the rate. So say for example 1,000 kg a bundle of cotton it's priced at 10,000 rupees. So that price won't change till the end of the project. But in the market, the price of the cotton bundle may vary, may change, may go up or may come down. But that doesn't affect the price, which is already mentioned in the contract. So whatever is mentioned in the contract, so that would be fixed rate. So the contractor or the party or the the project team cannot do anything about it. So whatever is mentioned, it is mentioned and both the parties has to agree upon it. So that is fixed price contract. So it is always it may be good for the or it may be like either it may be good for the parties or it may be bad for the parties. Say for example, if the prices rise up, uh, the supplier it's bad for the supplier but it's good for the project team. In other way, if the prices go down, it's bad for the project team and it's good for the supplier. So in either way, sometimes it works out. The next one is cost reimbursable contract. So this is something um when when starting out a project, so there is very little information about the project. So the whole team doesn't have a clear idea about so what should be the end date or how the project will go on, how many team members will be there exactly for going on with the project and how much money would be needed for the completion of the product or when is the completion time. So these things, these factors, the project team doesn't have any idea. Not only the project team, even the management will not be having much idea about. For example, research and development. So while implementing a research and development department or a team, usually nobody knows um nobody have no has any idea about when the the research is going to end. So what would be the deadline or how much money the research would incur or how many people, how many researchers are going to be involved in this particular research factor or whatever. So without having no like any idea about this, no like the project will start on just by just the management just gives a nod, and they know they pump in the money, and the R&D team a team would be set up, or the department would be set up. So in these cases, no, you cannot no expect there would be a fixed cost for no like for all the supplies provided by the contractors, by the suppliers. No, it depends upon the market fluctuations. So whenever there is no market fluctuations here, no the cost of the products or cost of the services provided by the contractors may increase or decrease. And because no there is nothing no represent in the contractual agreement, because there is no agreement actually, there is not an agreement, like a fixed agreement, or no like a stipulated agreement being signed. So we cannot assume that, we cannot know as from the organization point of view. So the team cannot be very rigid on this matter. That is on the price matter, on the price fixing matter. So whatever is happening in the market, or whatever is happening in the outer environment, so that change is accepted and being implemented in all the activities of the project. So that's called reimbursable contracts. Third one is time and material contracts. So this is something so few projects it may not be a continuous project. It may be based on hours, or it may be it may be go on for a particular days in a week, or it may be the projects may be for particular hours in a day. And so for these cases you cannot calculate for you cannot know go for any day based calculation. So you cannot mention anything in stubborn that per day this would be the cost, or per day this would be the production cost, or per day this would be the the labor cost or material cost, machinery cost. So it cannot be done. So cost would be completely based upon the hourly basis, or number of days worked. So this is time and material contract. So there is no advantages and disadvantages as well. So advantages, if you see, negotiations are no very simple, because depending upon the hours the workers work, or depending upon the number of units the supplier is supplying, the I mean the prices being paid. And if you see the disadvantage, so you front your own cost. So it depends upon the parties, who are interested to work in the project. They want to earn more. If they want to get involved more, they earn more. Or if they want to limit themselves, they earn less. It goes like that. And being able to handle delays or roadblocks with confidence. So since there is no enough time for the project completion, because completely it's based on no hourly base. So there would be no enough time to handle any delays or no roadblocks. So there is no problem. But the disadvantage is there is no benefit for being efficient. Efficiency you cannot expect, because this is not a continuous process. There are no blocks in between. There is a time gap in between, between each and every phase in the project. So no, there is no you cannot expect concurrent efficiency in the project. So we have these three types of contracts. Okay, so now we are coming to project definition phase. This is the second phase, or the second stage of the project management. The first one was the inception stage, for this conception stage. The second one is project definition stage, or the phase. So the first point is gather requirements. Completely gather all the information which is needed for the project. That is completely everything from how much no like cost is, I mean, how much money has to be no like incurred for the product project, and what should be the timeline, what is the deadline for the project, and what are the expectations of the stakeholders, and who are the parties to be involved, how many team members, who is going to be the project leader, and what is the objective of the project, the goal of the project. So everything in detail. So gathering all the requirements of the project. So make it as a no like a complete note, or make it as a even though it can be made it as a no like um a kind of no like agreement or something, and it can be no discussed with all the parties involved. Then define the objectives. So clearly, like mention the objective of the project. So what is the objective? So what enhancement, it's going to be, the team is planning to give to the customers, at the end of the project. So what would be the enhancement? How would this differ from the previous product or the older version? Or how it's going to be differing from the, competitors' product? Or in what way it would attract the customers? So completely, define the objectives. And the third one is create project charter. That is, uh, charter is something, like getting the required support and guidance from the uh, the team members, support and guidance from the project leader, or the like the project head, and from the management. So complete project support has to be got in terms of money, in terms of technology, in terms of knowledge, in terms of freedom, even as a freedom. Okay, so freedom to do perform the duties in the project in a free will. So all this support has to be it should be got from the required parties. So these are the basic three activities which is to be followed in the definition phase. The first one being gathering all the requirements, gathering all the information required for the project, and then defining the objectives, that is why the project is implemented. So what is the reason the project is conducted? What should be the end product or service of the project? And the third one is creating the project charter, that is getting the support from all the parties like interested in the project. Then comes the project execution phase, that is the third stage of the project. The first one is develop the project team. Now, in the definition phase, we have already, set up the goals and everything. We have decided the product, and we have decided the timeline. So everything is done. We have got the management support, and everything is done. The base is laid. So the next comes the project execution phase. So now the team is going to be formed. So develop the project team, so creating a high performing team, assigning roles and responsibilities, and fostering collaboration. So whose responsibility is what, and what is the limitations, and whom they are reporting to, who would be the project leader or the project manager, who would be the subordinates, and what skills are required, and which skill to be used or implemented in the duration of the project. So everything it should be very clearly defined. Second one is execute the plan. So finally go with the project, execute all the skills resources available, start with the project, and sticking on to the quality and efficiency, the project team, it works on with the project. The third one is monitor the progress. So though we have this contract administration team, to monitor the progress of the team, even the project team has the responsibility of the same. So continuously tracking the project's progress. This may be done, this can be done very easily if the whole project is break it's broken into small projects. Like the first, like maybe like the one whole project can be like broken into at least like 5 to 6 small projects. So once the first project is over, the first smallest project is over, a review can be done, the progress can be monitored, and if there is any change has to be made or implemented, that can be done. And once all the team members are satisfied with the result of the first project, then they can move on to the second small project. So in this way, the team can keep on moving on till the end of the project. And identifying the risk. And so we have to identify all the risk, take precautionary steps to avoid risk or reduce the risk, take corrective actions to keep the project on track. So these are the three basic activities or the functions to be done in the project execution phase. Clear? Oh, fine. So embracing project management excellence. There is these points we have already seen, but again, to make the project management, in a better way to like manage the whole project like in a better way or in an excellent way. Usually the uh, many of the project management scholars suggest these three important factors, that is PMO, that is project management office, effective communication and risk management. So PMO was like contract administration, which we have already seen, the contracting environment. So this PMO completely, monitors the progress of the project. So advises the team and, makes the team, uh, to to have a self analysis on its own to check whether everything is going on in line. Second one is effective communication. If there is no like good communication between all the parties, it would be like a great success. If there is no like half communication or miscommunication, then the whole thing would be a great chaos. So to avoid this, there should be a complete communication and it should be effective as well. Third one is risk management. So in every project, all the project, if you see, even the safest project, like there would be some unexpected risk, during the, like implementation or at the end of the project. So analyzing the possible and, unexpected risk, proper precautionary measures has to be taken and, either like to reduce the risk or to completely avoid the risk, few measures has to be taken in advance. So if the project team strictly follows these three things, so that would be the whole project would be a great success. And of course, project leadership is very, very important. So this leader, the leader of the project, this person has to be a visionary. Visionary is like who thinks beyond the boundary, who thinks beyond the achievable point. So that would become like maybe the signature product of the company, or it may become the style statement of the company. So finally the product or the service would become what do you say, the final what like that's something which brands the company itself. Okay, so only this can be made possible if a visionary is leading the team members. So just not only by a leader, but if a visionary takes that position, takes over that position, it's always like good for the team members. They can learn a lot from the leader as well as project would be a great success as well. Second one is influential communication. So the leader has to influence the team. That is, like the leader has to motivate the team members, make them work for the project, make them know, give their best skills and know, like everything for the project they do. And not only that, that should be, the leaders should be, like ready to listen to the project team members. That is, whatever their ideas, the project team members may be having their own ideas of, like doing things. They may be having, their personal skills and attributes, that may make a big difference in the end of the project. That may make a big difference, in the final product or service. So this has to be, like the leader should be ready to listen to his team members or her team members. The third one is adaptive decision making. So instead of being very rigid, till the end of the project, so it is good for the leader to like go with the adaptive technique of decision making. So making know like himself or herself or the project team to know being adaptive to the external environment, adaptive to the changes happening during the like implementation of the product project. So these three things, uh, if these three qualities are with the a leader of the project, that would be a great success. The third one is continuous improvement in project management. So, agile methodology. As I already said, agile methodology is implementing whatever is like happening in the outer environment. So, if the team is ready to like adapt and implement in the ongoing project, it's always a success. And not only that, instead of seeing it as a big project, it would be um, I'm seeing it as a massive project, so that may it may create a fear among the like the project team or the members of the project. So breaking the whole project, the whole the mass project into small projects, it adds up the flexibility. It creates it boosts the morale of the team members, and it helps them to monitor their progress after the completion of each phase or each stages in the project. And performance metrics, so always there should be a performance metrics while implementing the project, because only then each of the team member will come to know whether they are up to the mark or not. Clear? Yes, any doubts?
Can you please listen, Lavanya?
Sorry.
The continuous improvement in project management, there is three options. Is agile methodology and lesson learned performance aspect. But can you explain lesson learned, please?
Lessons learned. Lessons learned is nothing but like once the team members or in the project, they learn out of their mistakes, right? Whatever they have done, they learn out of their mistakes, and they will come to know what they have done correctly, or what they have where they have done it where wrong. And they would be aware of those no mistakes, and make sure it will not happen the next time.
Another option, please. The type of contract.
Type of, sorry.
Type of contract. The three type of
Sorry.
contract. Can you please?
Three type of contracts. Is that what you're asking? Contracts, right? Three types of contracts.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have fixed price, we have cost reimbursable, and time and material. Fixed prices, the price of the raw materials or price of the resources doesn't change even when the market price changes, fluctuates. Cost reimbursable is something where the prices of the raw materials or the resources, it changes subject to the market changes, because there is no fixed timeline for the end of the project. Just like like research and development team or research and development department. There is no end timeline, so we cannot fix the no like you cannot expect the supplier to like be rigid with the number of units or number of like the volume of the resources to be supplied. So it always depends on the market fluctuation, that is the price of the raw materials or the resources. Then time and material contracts is something that here the project, it is not on a continuous basis, but sometimes few projects it's on a hourly basis, or it may be like on it may be like done on a very few days in a week. So in that way it may go. So it depends on the number of hours or number of days the resources is being used. So price is fixed upon number of hours or number of days the resources are being used.
Now, the fixed price is someone time can say fixed cost.
Sorry?
The fixed price, the fixed price is can say someone time fixed cost.
I'm not getting you. Can you like type in the chat? Yes, fixed prices, fixed cost. Yes, you're right. Okay, is there any methodology other than Agile? Yeah, we have Scrum and no Kanban. So these are like like Agile technologies only. But now like it has become a a management fashion to implement Scrum along with Agile. Instead of like Agile, you can have Scrum. And of course, yes, we have like this Six Sigma, technology or whatever it is, Six Sigma. So all these, like it focuses on the quality of the project. Okay, so it focuses on how quickly the project can be done and how effectively it can be done, and how uh, how best the quality of the product and the service can be given at the end of the project. Yeah, very thanks. Okay, so we will meet next session. Thank you and have a great week. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.